What up, guys? Noah's Broadway Chronicles, getting right into it. TV section, Sentenced to be a Hero, episode 10. Here we go. Things are going to start unfolding that we will not understand until they are fully explained. But like last episode, I told you guys, it started to make sense that things that they didn't want to believe, particularly Kivia, in response to learning about the names and Zelkov and everything, those speak to a bigger issue at hand than we truly understand. So clearly, if anybody is paying attention, clearly her uncle is a coexister. Clearly her uncle is somebody who has a position of power and does want things to turn into him having an unimaginable amount of power over slaves, if you would, while the demon blight take over the world. So at this exact moment, my heart feels like he's in league with Spriggan, but we'll see what actually happens, because Vin and Tim recommending that they go down and they protect the waterway, and it getting compromised by none other than what I would assume is Spriggan, or I guess Bujum, who has Spriggan inside him or something. Speaks to a lot of things being out of their control. Again, in this episode, understanding that the heroes are being set up to fail no matter what, that they are the first line of defense, not the last line of defense, the first line of defense to stop anything that may happen, but at the same time is saying that if anything happens to them, oh well, because we can bring them back as many times as we want. So you guys are collateral damage at all times, no matter what happens. And Teorita with Xylo is also collateral damage, which still makes no sense. And Xylo having to remind in this episode, hey, you do realize there's still like an order to kill you. Like they don't want us to go anywhere because they want to make sure that you are dead at the end of this conversation. And Teorita's kind of just oblivious, which kudos to her being able to still live her life and smile and sign autographs and everything. But Xylo looking at Kivia and noticing something's off, something's weird about her, just her not accompanying them anymore, feeling like she's hiding something. Kivia herself and her eyes, her body language speaking to not understanding how much she doesn't know, how grateful she was and is about what her uncle's done. But Vin and Tim even saying one comment about thanking him for her turning into, what do you mean? What do you mean? Almost as if it's like a double-edged sword. Her feeling like him wanting to give thanks to her uncle was knowing that he does more than she wants to admit, or is it because she understands now what kind of person he truly is? We're gonna find out here soon. I feel like we really are gonna get 12 episodes in this first season, and if not, wow, that'd be cool. But again, it feels like we're gonna get the next 2 episodes to kind of unveil what the true purpose of having high priests and the military work together. And the bigger thing for me is the high priest having his own temple guard and the military having their own military guard working together. Like, that's supposed to be something that's impressive to us, that it actually makes us feel like that's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing at all. I think it's more like he said under his breath, kind of, this will be the first step to the life that we need. And this strife, almost as if it doesn't sound to us who understand, like you want it to be horrible. You want people to die. You want the conversation to be compromised so you can use the temple and the military as unity and coming together to stop a greater cause, as you needn't be the one in control of both of them. So I think shit's gonna hit the fan really bad again. Spriggan is doing things they don't know. Xylo is trying to control things, and you saw him say, I'm trying to prove to them I'm trying to show them this is what they get for doubting me, almost like he wants to show them that they're wrong for thinking that they can't do it when they obviously can. Tatsuya is amazing. Xylo and Teorita meeting Rhino was really cool. He clearly feels like way more badass than we want to admit. Feels like he's got a conscience, but he also has a heartless nature of taking care of what needs to be taken care of. I kind of look at Rhino as doing the dirty work, even if nobody wants to ask him to. He doesn't really feel bad as long as it's protecting people. And so think about him as like a rugged hero who knows it's not necessarily the best way to go about things, but at the same time, who else is saving people or stopping things from getting worse than they already are? So 100% know that he's their answer to the Armored Well. Yeah, Iron Will. Sorry, he's their answer to the Iron Will that we met last episode, who was firing in the city. He is 100% their answer to that. So we'll see him pop off, I assume, in the next episode. He flexed a little bit in this episode, and we kind of saw it, but 100% wait for him to flex next episode. Questioning what Venetim found down in that records area that Kivia was coming down to check some things out, which clearly we understand now were about the ties to the Matayev conversation and her uncle, and really what all she doesn't know that now she seriously needs to think about. But again, what was Venetim down there looking at? What was he understanding? And why did he ask for reinforcements in the waterway? What did he read? What did he know to go down there and look for? How does Venetim keep getting a leg up on people that you have no idea he knows about? Again, I more in this episode ended up feeling bad for Kivia, because holy shit, she does not know half the things she's about to find out. And the saddest part is she's correlating all of it at the end of the episode, seeing her talk to her uncle and asking him questions, and then hearing him basically say, hope Matayev is with us, or whatever, however you say it. I hope I'm saying it right, but hoping he's with us. And her face goes ghastly, almost like, holy shit, it really was him. It really was him that asked Lidio Sodric to basically coexist or die. Sent him the help he needed, and connected him with, I'm assuming, Spriggan and Bujum and Shiji Bao. How far does the corruption goes is what I feel like we're going to find out. Not next episode. Next episode, we're going to get more fighting. What are they trying to get back? The Tao Jia, or whatever it is, Tui Jia, whatever it is. Trying to get that back. The big tower, and knowing they're going to have to go through a lot of things to get that tower back. More worried about the human element of Sentenced to Be a Hero now. Like, what are they going to put in the way of stopping them from saving this city, village, whatever you want to call it? I'm more worried that, again, Kivia's uncle, High Priest Marlon, I'm really worried he kind of wants the calamity, kind of wants the terror to happen, so he can justify it by saying, this is why we needed this military might, this is why it should have been here in the first place, and without it, we're going to struggle even more, so you guys need to give me control, type of shit. And then it feels like if he gets control of that kind of power, military and temple might, that he will give it over to the Demon Blight, because he's clearly in league with someone. And again, not to speculate or know for sure, I just feel like it's got to be Spriggan. It's really got to be Spriggan. And again, also with Bujum, kind of throwing me off with, I know how Spriggan looked at the end of the last episode when he was inside of, or it was inside of Eerie, Lidio's sister, who he'd already killed, or it had already killed. And so looking at the eyes, with Bujum and everything, that didn't look like what Bujum's eyes looked like before. Or I'm mistaken, and Bujum is halfway Spriggan, halfway himself, which is why he can do things like cut big ass pieces of concrete out of the ground and throw them at people. But you know, I don't know. This episode was really a build up, a kind of precursor to let you know it's getting serious. I don't think they can always save the day and protect everyone. And also, somebody like Kivia getting compromised because she doesn't know who to believe in and who to trust makes it even harder. And you think to yourself now, when Marlon was talking to Xylo about, hey, don't hurt Kivia. If you do, I will have to take it into my own hands. And you heard him mention about him having a fiance. And I 100% think it meant Marlon was going to say, I'll keep you around because Kivia wants you around. Nothing will happen to you as long as Kivia needs you. So, I know you have a fiance, but you should consider marrying her, is what I feel like he was going to say. Because what did he say also? Yeah, I've taken a look at you again. I reevaluated you myself, almost to say, yeah, I've been looking into what kind of man you are and seeing if you're worthy for my niece/daughter type, if you would. So I definitely feel like it's going to be compromising issues for Kivia in the next episode. Xylo and Taylor to go through a struggle with Tatsuya, with Tatsuya and Rhino, who we just met, and they end up getting support from Jace and Norgal and Sov last minute because Dota is giving them the scouting and Venetim is doing Venetim things. So I think this next episode is going to be one of our biggest ones, explosion wise, action wise, and I'm here for it. The corruption was probably going to be put on the forefront of the center next episode, where we're going to have something happen, somebody get compromised, and the big bad evil explanation I do feel coming here real soon. So we're going to see how it unfolds. Corruption at its finest. Things are going to be a lot harder for Xylo and Teorita, I feel like, going forward now, because they're going to understand what they're truly up against. So here we go. All right, guys, this is Midwest Brownway Chronicles. I'm your Midwest Brownway, Jalen Brownford. Thank you for watching any of my videos. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. Peace and love always.